Hello, crafty friend, Sparkle here. So today we are having a play with coffee filters, doilies, heart doilies, round doilies, and some embellishments. So what I thought we could do is just make some little pouches here that you could put some treasures in. So this is just folded, sewed. Should try and make this straight. And sorry. Again, I'm using some of my papers from Grabby and some coffee filters and just some bits and bobs that I have already made in my stash. Okay, so we take our coffee filter. This one was broken, but that's okay. And I fold the sides in pretty much till they're touching, and this won't show. And then we fold the bottom up, and we fold the top down. And there you have a little pouch. Now what I did was I stitched here, here, and here, so I didn't do any glue in this one. But before I do that, I should put my little paper in. You want to make sure that it's gonna fit in here. And this is just I might have to wait till I sew it. This is just to give some reinforcement, and it also gives a little bit of color to the front. Okay, but we're going to put an embellishment on here. So you could turn it around, I suppose. Or put two pieces of paper in, or back to back. These papers only have color on one side. And you know, once you're sewed around it, it fits in there nicely. And then I was going to take something like this, as simple as it may look. These are already made embellishments. So I thought I would put this here with maybe just this on it. And then we could put a little bit of one of my little button trims here. And this could go on top here. And they just flip over. I'm not going to put anything to hold them down because it has a paper clip. But we'll do the decorating later. I'm just giving you some ideas here. Okay. And then let's put that up there. So again, we'll do another one because we can sew them all at once. These are different shades of coffee filters. So I'm just using my line here. And bring the bottom up. There's no cutting on these. And bring the top down. And you can adjust them. And if something doesn't look straight, we'll just make an adjustment. you know, I do have to be careful. It's coffee filter, so. And then I would take a piece of my little paper and see how it's going to fit in here, if it has to be trimmed. Now these might fit nicely. So you would just have to trim off the top, okay? Because when you fold it down. Maybe like 1.5 inches. And then decide if you want front or back. No, I didn't glue these in, but you probably could. So that stabilizes it a little bit. I would just put it in there and then I would sew. You know, sew down here. Where's this one? Yep. Okay. So let's leave these elements here so I don't get mixed up. So we have this one, and this one needs a paper in it. We're just cutting off about 1.5 inches. You can use any kind of scrap, any kind of scrap paper is fine. That one needs a little bit more. Let's just okay, that one's ready to be sewed. And this one's ready to be sewed. So that's this style, okay? That's this coffee style. And then I took some, I found these when I was looking for coffee filters. I found these. And these are just round doilies that I had colored at one time. So these, we're going to do the same principle. Decide which is your front and bottom. So I'm going to fold up the bottom just a little bit. That's good. Then we're going to fold over our sides. Okay, now you have to be careful because These are a little bit fragile, okay? With any paper, even old antique paper, you have the same issue. And got one over too far on that one. It depends how deep you want them to be. This one is too deep. I actually want the sides in first. Trying to get it straight. So if it's straight on one side, then we can get it straight on the other side. Flip up the bottom. So this one is a little smaller than this one. But you can make them any size you want. And because they're doilies, I'm not going to sew these. I would just going to glue this down. But let's put a piece of paper in there as well. So maybe see if that'll fit in there. Yep. You can measure these all out and cut them with your cutter, but we're not going to do that today. So decide if you want it to go this way. I think this one I want the pattern to show on the front. So then when it's glued down, you'll still be able to make this the bottom. So you'll still be able to put something in here because we're not gluing this part down. We're just gluing the paper on. So there's that style. And then these were done with a large heart. So on these, I turned my heart upside down so the point's on top. I folded up the bottom, put a piece of background paper down, then I just folded up the right side and the left side, and I did want these to overlap. Then put the top down. And then this makes a really sweet piece here that we're going to decorate. Okay, we'll do another one. There's another one. This one is coffee dyed and this is plain. So the point stays up there. Fold up the bottom. I think it's upside down. Yeah, this is the inside. So you get that folded up. Let's get a piece of paper. Put in here. Sometimes I like to do it this way and then just wrap my sides around the paper if it's going to work. So let's see. We have that. And we have that, because yeah, you want these to overlap. Then this just comes down. So now this one's kind of close, so let's trim this just a little bit. You got to make your sides come in a little bit more. So we're just folding to the edge of the paper. And then this should come down. Now you could ink this more or whatever you'd like to do, but then we'll decorate this piece here. And then these, you'll be able to slide something in here as well. So let's just glue this down. So we're just going to glue the flap. The flap over. And the flap over on here. And a little bit here. And let's see if that stayed open. I can still put something in here. A note or a card or something like that. And because it's not glued down, you could slide something in the front as well. Okay? So we can leave that in there. Yeah, then this one is ready to be decorated. So we could take something, I just like to build up my edges a little bit, something like that. And I would flip it over and I would just hold it together with one of these little paper clip embellishments. So we're not going to put lace or anything. You know, you got to be careful that you don't glue through that. I'm going to put my glue on here and on my backing. And then just gently put it down, because we have this paper in here, so that'll absorb it. But you don't want to glue your doily to itself. Let's see if we can gently ink this without too much. Because I don't want to tear anything. But these can go into your pockets or just glue them down to your journals. So that should come out. And then that's glued on and it didn't go through. Aren't they sweet? And as long as you're on the white part, not where the holes are, this will be fine. So a little more glue down here. Okay, there's one that's done. And let's take one of these little ones. On this one, I just folded a piece of paper here. You can use it like for a little journal spot. But I went in and I had glued these down, so gotta be careful of that. Okay. So then let's see what we want to put on here. Let's ink it a little bit more, even though it's got the purple on it. The brown will look nice. Let's see if there's something small. Memories, you can put some memories in there. For this one, we might just put a flower on it. And then we still need something back here. So let's put the blue one there. Like I said, I'm just using stuff that's already made up here. So let's do a blue journal. We can turn it around. Yeah, I don't have any more of these flowers. Those were fun to make. So there you go. And let's do this one that's already sewed. I had taken some things out. Okay, so I just have a blue. Make sure we have a paper in there. Let's just put this in here while we glue. Put a piece of this down. Can't really crinkle that. And let's do one of these little cards that now all of the bling that I'm putting on these I've already done videos on how I process these. These are just from my stash, okay? So you have that there. And this is all sewed. That looks nice. I'm just making sure nothing sticks. And you'll still be able to add some pretties in here. Okay? And then we have a little blue topper here. And I'm just going to put these little buttons. The paper buttons that I made. Just because I thought they looked cute there. So we have these three that are done. And these have to be sewed. Let's see. Put one of these together. So we've already glued this. And it's open in the back. So let's put a piece of paper back here so we can do any gluing. So let's see what we have on the bigger side. This one's even bigger, right? All right, let's use this. We're just going to layer some papers on here. And that's the glue that'll be down in here. Make sure it moves. And then a little bit of glue on here for my netting. And then these were made, it's a heart, a window, a see-through window with sticker and some tulle and some sequins. And I stapled them instead of, so I could keep them flat. See, once you get your bases made, you can decorate them to match your journals. You know, these are just items that I had available. So you'll be able to put things in here. And then to close it, we have another one. And these were just a basic cardstock, some ribbon, a word that was mounted on another piece of paper, and some bling. And so there you have, this was a heart, this was a heart, this was a coffee filter, and this was a small round doily. And I only had one of these. This was just a big round doily. Okay, and we did the same thing. We put our paper in, folded up the bottom, folded up the sides. So to glue this one, we're just gonna, I just try to put it on the bigger pieces. These barely touch, that's okay. Okay. You can't glue this down because then you won't be able to take this out if you wanted to. Okay, but let's ink this one up because this one's kind of This one's kind of quiet. Let's get a little bit of ink on there, huh? Yeah, so this came about because I was looking for coffee filters. I guess I have to get hubby on the stick to make me some more. Oh. Yeah, I only have a little bit of time because I've got to take hubby over for his dental appointment. Okay, so for this one, I pulled out this piece here. It was in my stash. It was a journal card. I added a stamped, like a cigarette holder picture, a cutout heart, some labels, nice just stitched down the middle. And I'll put a piece of this, let me put something back here. I lost my, so I can glue. I lost my backing. I don't think this will go through. This is a curtain backing. That's what they call it anyway. And then, so it pays to have all your ephemera. I keep saying that. Have all your ephemera out on your desk and ready to play with. Let's see if I have another. I have that one. See, I'm running out, my friends. I'm running out of bling. Here's another one, resolution. I think I like this yellow one better. Aren't they sweet? Now you could add as much bling and things to these as you wish. Coffee filter, and these are doilies. I kind of don't think I like this on there. It's too big. So let's look for something smaller. I might have to make something. Yeah, these are all too big for that. Unless I were just to put something like this on here. And then you could flip it up. Just going to glue it on top here. That would be okay. Let's see what we have in my little scrap bin here. Just a little. That's blue. We shouldn't use blue. Got too much blue there. and do a little ruffle, a messy ruffle up here. Okay, so I'm going to call that done. And let's see what we have. And these I'll sew, and then I'll decorate. So these will be done, and this one. And I'll show them in my on my page. Okay. So we have a few doily and coffee filter pouches with sparkle. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.